Hey, it's Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching. We are here at the 25th anniversary of the ITEXPO TECHSUPERSHOw in sunny Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The year is 2024. It's the 41st event, and Henry Washburn is with us, and he is with Huntress. Henry, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing well. First time here, actually. So
we're thrilled to have you.
Yeah, thank you. It's been wild. I did a session a little earlier this morning, and just good questions, and glad to see it.
What was the session on?
It was actually kind of I'll call it learning about what hackers know and things like that, and how it can be applied towards MSPs and things like that too. So, yeah.
Fantastic. And what sorts of things do you think the MSPs took away?
Well, there was a lot of focus on AI and how AI relates to stuff, but actually one of the things that I kind of harped on was more the need about humans to be able to look at things and understand how threat actors are working and understand their techniques and procedures that they do, so then you can actually prevent them from doing bad things or malicious things in a network or what have you. That's kind of where Huntress comes in too, to be able to understand that a little bit more.
What are some tips for MSPs to help their customers stay safer while generating more revenue?
Well, first of all, it's actually kind of, I'll take it twofold actually. One of the biggest things to help MSPs build revenue is actually bringing the end user into the conversation for cybersecurity. It's letting them know what holes they might have, how if plugging those holes will help the end users reduce their risk, to help maybe underwriting for insurance and things like that. It brings them into the conversation a little bit more to then be able to then say, hey, well, I have this tool, I have that tool to help you to help shore up your cybersecurity holes and things like that, and reduce your attack surface is kind of the term there, potential things for patch management, what have you. That really is the biggest part of it. Obviously, there's tools and things like that to help, but really the biggest part of it is actually being a consultant to the end user, to then not be seen as more of a cost center. You want to be a consultant, so they are more able to talk to you and feel more involved in the solution. So,
any horror stories you have of just companies that just botch cybersecurity?
Oh, well, obviously I can't really name names, but...
No, I don't need the names.
But, there's definitely some interesting ones out there. One of the ones that comes to mind, actually, was a pretty large medical type of company where they didn't really have a handle on what they were doing as far as what servers were added into the infrastructure. They didn't understand, what actually their entire scope of their entire footprint, and what happened there is a threat actor got into an old server that wasn't covered by Microsoft security, and then basically wreaked havoc. Our product was actually installed on all the things that we were installed on, but because they didn't have asset management, an RMM to manage those sort of things, the end user that is, they actually had hosts that got encrypted, and then it percolated through the network and laterally spread. Obviously, on the hosts that we were installed, we started alerting on those things, but it was definitely a big undertaking for that end user, working with incident response, forensic analysis, and things like that to get back to production. It took them about a year or so to get fully back to production. And it was a pretty hefty price tag for that end user. Had they had a MSP that kind of managed the whole scope of their infrastructure, it would have been a lot easier, I think.
That's brutal. So any news from your company? Anything else we should know?
Not only we offer managed EDR, but we actually just recently came out about 6 months ago or so with managed detection and response for Microsoft 365, as well as making a push to our security awareness training, phishing simulations, and things like that as well. So our SOC has that all managed through us, through 24/7 management, so we can let people know when things are bad and isolate when people are sleeping. It's
fantastic. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, appreciate it.